legislator has to be an expert in all areas of government.
Right.
The reality of it is they don't have the time to invest in that. And so my role is to take that to them, provide that for them.
Hi, I'm Krista Helfrey, and this is OMES Insider, a series where we explore the people and processes that make state government run. Today, I'm joined by Charles Ortega, who serves OMES's Legislative and Public Affairs Division as our Government Relations Director. Hi, Charles.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So you have a little bit of a unique role in state government. You used to be a legislator for over a decade, and then you decided to come back to state government to serve in this capacity. What made you decide to return?
Well, after serving 12 years, it's kind of one of those things where, in my case, for instance, I just didn't feel like I was done. I didn't know what that meant, didn't know what that translated to, but I just felt like that there was more that I could do in serving state government and working for the people of the state of Oklahoma. So I told my wife when I turned out and got home, I said, I don't know what this means, but I'm just going to throw it out there. I just don't feel like I'm done.
Amazing.
And so for a year, I didn't do anything. I just completely,
taste of retirement?
take a little bit of retirement time, and didn't worry about anything, didn't think about anything. But after about 10 months of it, I thought, it's time to go back to do something. And
amazing. So what made you want to come back and serve with OMES specifically? Was there anything in particular with that agency?
Yeah, absolutely. For the last 6 years of my service, as appropriations and budget chair for subcommittee, I always worked with OMES as part of my duties. And, I was here when we made the transition to consolidation back in 2010, 2011. And so from that point forward, it was always something that was interesting to me in terms of how the agency would grow, at what point people would start questioning the validity of it, and whether or not it was something that would turn out to be a good decision that the legislature made. And so the entire time that I worked with OMES was just an opportunity for me to get to know more about the agency, and never thinking that I would be working for OMES. But the opportunity presented itself, and just the interest in it was something that I was familiar with, and so that was one of the reasons why I came back to work. That and the people that I had worked with prior were the people that were still at OMES. So I just thought it would be fun to go to work with those folks. So
absolutely. So can you give us an overview of your day-to-day in your role?
No, absolutely. My responsibilities consist of basically what I did when I was in the legislature, and that is working with legislation and working with the legislators. I think one of the things that is the most interesting to me about it is the fact that I get to do all that without having to run for office. I don't have to campaign for it. So, but just building relationships and maintaining those relationships with the legislators. And that means working with them with legislation, and just explaining to them, getting them the opportunity, providing the opportunity for them to get to know who OMES is, the different divisions that make up OMES, and what services they provide. So that's my day-to-day, is just meeting and working and walking and talking with all the legislators.
Wonderful. Has there been a specific memorable moment that you've had in this role so far?
As far as a memorable role, I think, when you look at the overall task, to me, being able to show who OMES is, and be able to visit with the members and explain to them that probably the most important resource that OMES has are its employees, is its employees. And so having worked with the employees, getting to know them is something and a message that I carry to the legislators. From a legislative perspective, a legislator has to be an expert in all areas of government.
Right.
The reality of it is they don't have the time to invest in that. And so my role is to take that to them, provide that for them. And, getting to know the folks at OMES and their dedication, their commitment to their service for all the other agencies is something that I get to sell to and provide for the legislature. So I have a lot of fun doing that. So to me, that's a memorable thing that I deal with every day.
Right.
And I have a lot of fun doing it.
That's great to hear. Well, Charles, thank you so much for joining us here today. I sure appreciate your time, and it was great learning more about what you do for OMES.
Thank you very much, and it is something that I look forward to doing every day. Everybody tells me I look happy.
You do.
And so it's because I enjoy what I'm doing. So
That's wonderful. Well, if you liked this episode, be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next episode of OMES Insider.